The data scientist job has been described as the sexiest job of the century. And I think this also applies to the data analyst job as well. But then it's getting increasingly expensive to actually learn data analytics. If you want to do a boot camp or you want to learn somewhere physical, either online or physically, boot camps, it's really expensive. For example, let us look at this article by Springboard showing us the best data analytics bootcamps on the market in 2024, and it was written just last month, April 10th of 2024. And you see actually a lot of bootcamps there. For example, you see this Springboard Data Analyst career track is $11,300. Wow, that's a lot of money. Full Stack Academy, $14,995. Lewagon, $8,000. Iron Arc, $13,000. Data Quest, $49 per month, so that's relatively cheap. Of course, you see that a lot of them, Career Foundry, $6,555. Of course, you see that a lot of them come with job guarantee and mentorship. In this video, I want to ask myself, is it possible to actually learn the data analytics on a budget? Can I just learn everything I want to learn with data analytics with just $100? That's my target. So follow me. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna have to pick a curriculum that we want to study, that we want to follow. And I found this very interesting curriculum by Lewagon, which is one of the schools that was actually listed on that board, and I want to look at their curriculum. So now I look at the curriculum, the first module, understanding data and manipulating it with Google Sheets. So I understand that as some sort of prep work, and generally understanding Excel helps you to actually really understand the basics of data manipulation, and really building all of those pivot tables gives you some very good foundations into understanding how data looks like and how data works. Okay, that's a good one. Module 2, SQL, really good. If you want to be a data analyst, you have to know SQL, master the language of data analyst, and build actionable data warehouses, which is also good. Module 3, extraction, how to recover and clean data automatically. Module 4, data visualization and business intelligence, which is also good. Data visualization, either with Power BI or W, is something that is really in demand and something that you should learn. Then let's go to module 5, Python for data analysis. So we already see SQL, we see data visualizations, and we see Python, and we see Google Sheet. So now let's look at that's module 5. Module 6 is a final project, so because I don't have much money to go to this school, I probably would have to miss out on these and find a way to build my own project. But really good. I'm going to look for each of the modules. Now my plan is, with my $100, can I actually look for a cheaper course to learn each of these modules separately for my $100? So let us start. For understanding data and manipulating with the Google Sheet, I basically made a search, best courses on understanding and manipulating data on Google Sheet, and it brings me to this link on Coursera, and I'm looking through everything, and I found this really nice course that I can take on Coursera, spreadsheet for beginners using Google. I looked through it, 52,000 people enrolled. Okay, it has 4.7, 2.1, 2,148 reviews. It's 2 hours. I can learn at my own pace. It looks like this is good enough for what I need. And when I look, start guided project, okay, really cheap. This is good. So out of my $100, I'm gonna spend €9. Is this euros or pounds? I don't know. I'm gonna spend €9 out of that. So out of my $100, we have to convert $100 to €100. I don't know whatever, but that will be €95 sort of. So I'm gonna change that to, or we basically record this in euros actually. So let's say €100. So €100. Now I have €91 left. €91. Good. So I can take this, and this settles my module 1. So now I am done with module 1, and this is also 40 hours Google Sheet. I think I've learned everything I need to learn from there. While I'm not saying doing the €9 one is better than what Lewagon offers. And this is not to discredit what they do. I'm just saying, okay, if I can't afford this, is there a cheaper method to do this? So disclaimer, Lewagon, I'm not talking about what you're doing. Okay, module 2, SQL, master the language of data analyst and build actionable data warehouses. I think for these as well, I found a very nice course to actually learn, and I actually want to go with this IBM databases and SQL for data science with Python. Why? Because I went through the review and the curriculum, and I think it's actually quite good. It's also beginner friendly, so if I don't know absolutely anything about SQL and databases, this is a good thing to learn. And I just like the fact that I can learn at my pace as well. And this is also something that I wanted to point out with Coursera. Maybe not everybody knows this, but if you see this, for example, if I'm taking a course out of a program, databases and SQL for data science with Python, see that, and it says me I have 7-day free trial. And this is something I used to do in the past. I can learn this whole course absolutely for free. You know what I'm gonna do? I have 7 days that grants me access to everything on the course, and I'm just gonna find a time slot in my calendar that I'm gonna just set apart for 7 days, and I'm just gonna sit down with this course and learn it back to back. And for the 7 days, I'm not gonna pay a dime, and I'm gonna finish this course and I'm gonna get a certificate for it. And that's absolutely something that I used to do when I had all the time in the world before going for my bootcamp actually. So you see, this course is 20 hours approximately, so you probably don't need 1 month to actually study this whole thing, because it tells me if I do 7-day free trial, and then after then I pay for the €5 per month to continue learning after the trial. So it means in that 7 days, if I can find 20 hours, so let's say the first day I do 4 hours, the second day I do 4 hours, the third day I do 4 hours, the fourth day I do 4 hours, the fifth day I do 4 hours. In 5 days I'm done with this whole course, and that's absolutely a way for us to study this whole thing for free. So let's say that we don't actually even follow that part, but then we pay the €45 for 1 month, which absolutely is probably not needed with all of the explanation that I've done. So we have €45 and €9, and then we have €54. So second module also done. Let's go back to our third module. Our third module says we want to learn about extraction, how to recover clean data automatically. For this, I am absolutely not going to pay for this, because I found a course on YouTube by Alex the Analyst. If you follow this channel and you want to learn how to really do data analytics and things about data analysis, I would definitely recommend following Alex the Analyst. And I found this course by him. I was going through it actually yesterday. Absolutely nice, and it's on YouTube. It's completely free, so I wouldn't be paying for that course on Lewagon. So after the first one, the Google Sheet that I did, and I paid for Coursera, I wouldn't be paying for Alex the Analyst course, and I'm going to learn everything about cleaning data in Excel. Remember, the assumption that I'm working with is I want to learn everything that you will learn on that bootcamp, and I want to sort of follow the curriculum, and I don't have more than €100, so to say, or $100, so to say. So I'm gonna cleaning the data in Excel, and I'm absolutely not gonna pay for this. So third module is also done. I've learned about extraction, how to recover and clean data automatically. Now the fourth module is about data visualization and business intelligence. And in this, if you see the description they've given to it is duration is 56 hours. Tools and technology to be learned is Power BI and Looker Studio. For example, I learned Looker Studio without taking really any course, because I think it's actually very intuitive. It's one of those visualization tools that I absolutely recommend for you to start with. Very intuitive, easy drag and drop. You can of course take some courses to help you to be able to master it, but I think if you know how to do Power BI or Tableau, you definitely can hop on one. If you learned Power BI, you can hop on Tableau. You probably just need to brush up some things. I might be wrong, but yeah, that's really how it worked for me. I started with Power BI, and now I use Tableau on my job, and I'm absolutely fine with it. So the tools and technology used here is Power BI and Looker Studio, and that's what we're going to be using. So let's look at that. Okay, Looker Studio, what will you do in practice, choose the most suitable graphic, add context and other information, create marketing, sales and product aspects. One thing I also want to add is that if you, for example, attend this school or this bootcamp, I attended a bootcamp. I've said this a number of times already on this channel. One advantage with those who attend a bootcamp is the fact that you get mentors and your teachers are there to help you with your work. Your learning curve is faster than someone who is sitting behind a laptop to, of course, learn all of this. So I'm not saying anything. If you definitely have the without to attend a bootcamp and you think it's good for you, absolutely do it. But if you don't, that's why I'm making all of these explanations to say you can also get into the data analytics field as cheaply as you can afford it. So let us now go back to data visualization. I just searched online as well, and I found this course by Udemy, which I think is really good. And it really tells me I will learn data visualizations with Python, with Excel, Power BI, and also Tableau, which is even an addendum actually. So you see data analysis with Python, data analysis with Power BI, data analysis with Excel, data analysis with Tableau, and I'm only going to pay 10 euros for this. So we paid 9 euros first of all, we paid 45, then we are paying 10, so that's 55 plus 9, so we are paying at the end of the day roughly 64 euros. So we still have some money there, 64 euros, and we are already on the fourth module. So on the fourth module, and this is quite good, 98 lectures, 9 hours 3 minutes in total, and it shows me what I'm going to learn. I see here I'm going to publish report to Power BI, clean and transform data with Power BI. I'm actually going to learn data visualization with Python, which is already like an addition. So connect to web data with Power BI, data cleaning with Python. I'm going to also data cleaning with Tableau, connect to data sources with Tableau, data visualization with Tableau, data analysis with Tableau. I mean, this is exactly what I want to do. So I'm just going to sit down with this particular course for 10 euros, and I'm just going to learn this, yeah, also has a lot of students actually, 31,796 students, 652 reviews, 4.5 star, and I'm just gonna do this on Udemy. So let's go back to our curriculum that we were following. The last module that we want to learn is Python for data analysis and prediction. And for this, I think I found a course also online. I'm gonna go with this data camp course, which is about 39 euros. So we had 64 before, so what we have left is about 36, a little bit more than what we would ideally pay for, but I would still go for it either way. So that's going to be 103 or 104 euros that we're going to spend in total, but this is absolutely good. I found the course with data camp, introduction to data science in Python. When I started my data science learning, I used Data Quest, and I really did enjoy the fact that it was like a pathway where it was break upon break till I got to the last module, and I was really ready to attend a bootcamp then because I had the basics there. I took some courses also on Coursera. I had the basics there, and I basically could just follow everything through. So this course, I read through the details already, and I can absolutely recommend it. So instead of paying all of that money into the wagon, I would do all of these steps: search, look at the structure, look at how everything is going to play out, and look at the amount of money for it, and I'm just going to go take those courses. So introduction to data science and Python, you see this is also 4.6 review, 172 reviews for 4.6 rating, 4 hours. I think this is also a good one. Now, one thing I would also add, because of what I know now, to learning introduction to data science and Python, would be to actually check out this website, datatalks.club. I think I took their Zoom camp, the data engineering Zoom camp, sometime 2 years ago, and I absolutely loved it. So after learning my Python to data science, I'm going to take this machine learning bootcamp, which is actually very nice. This machine learning bootcamp, it's 4 months. You're going to learn all of the basics of machine learning, code manipulation, visualization, also again, but of course with Python this time, applying ML algorithm, neural networks, model deployment. And I mean, at the point where you actually learn all of this, aside from even, it will be an offshoot of you being a data analyst, because you will have learned a lot about data analytics, you'll have learned a lot about data science, you'll have learned a lot also, even some bit of machine learning engineering, I think. So definitely we recommend that. So you can check them out, datatalks.club. They also have like a podcast, and I know the person who leads it. Absolutely amazing guy who's done a lot in his career as well. So this is what I would do. So instead of taking this $13,000 or $11,000 course, I would just spend my $100 doing all of that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you check out my previous video where I talked about where I scraped data on LinkedIn of 7,000 data analyst roles, and I analyzed them to actually find out what do companies want from you to get the job postings that they're making. How much salary? What are the best locations for you to actually get a data analyst job if you're free to move? Check out that video. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.